sports. It's in the game.
Boom, whap, zap. He was like a superhero on that run.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the former Hoosier, their rookie quarterback from Indiana.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
A check on the numbers last week for Hubbard. 14 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 47 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Off the play fake, Nix. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. Keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That's a great alternative there to the old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Instead, let your quarterback take it in the shotgun and essentially choose his own path. He scans the situation, makes the right read, and takes it into the end zone on the QB draw.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. And he returns this to the 22. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Nix. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he's going to be brought down right there at the 29-yard line. The Broncos send out their punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Dolphin football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive time.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. 21-0 our score after 1. 2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Working out of the gun is Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Nix to the air. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jervon Dexter able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Now Hill to return it. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0 Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he coughed it up. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. In motion right goes Sutton. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State. Nix to throw on 2nd down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this returnable for Hill. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. Josh Allen, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we'll head east to stay in New York, sort of, as we check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Geno Smith, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Baker Mayfield, 4 touchdown passes in the victory.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Nix. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and a yard, here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Throwing Nix. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, here's Nix. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. Could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. York able to send this one through. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, Does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 6 yards away. And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Nix. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long. Here's Nix. Under pressure, they got him again. Jalen Phillips drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. They'll give this to Hubbard running right. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Second down at 6 now from the 42. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A big play there. High in the air to bring it in. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And able to get this out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun. Nix. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Nix work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun. Nix. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Nix from the shotgun on the slant, completes to Sutton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Nix to throw again. Looks to the sideline and has Mims who makes a catch. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Back to throw again. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They'll come up 2nd and 7. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 7 yards there and a first down. Looking to throw. Nix. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 2nd down, it's Nix. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. And the offense moving quickly to the line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day,
You both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Miami,
they get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.